Today we're going to talk about Chapter 3, Lesson 4, and possibly 5, depending on how Lesson 4 goes. Okay, in Lesson 4, we're going to talk about multiplying. And we're going to have either 2 or 3 or maybe possibly even 4 digits on our top. And then we're going to multiply that just by a single digit in Lesson 4. So a quick example of what I'm talking about or what I'm referring to. I might have a problem that looks like, I would pick a different marker that didn't work. 36 times 7. Okay? When we look at these two numbers, what are two numbers that we multiply together? What do we call those two numbers? We call them factors. Okay? 36 and 7 are going to be my factors. What's my answer to multiplication called, Hayden? My answer to multiplication. It's not called the sum. It's not called the quotient. It's called the... starts with a P. Product. Okay? So, we're going to multiply these two factors together to get a product, to get an answer. Okay? You were probably taught to take 7 times 6. 7 times 6 is what? I'm going to put my 2 and carry my 4, right? Okay? Then I've already taken 7 times 6. Now I need to take 7 times 3. 7 times 3 is, plus this 4 I had to carry, 25. So 36 times 7 gives me a product of 252. Okay? Here's what else I want you to think about. I'm going to, and you probably have been shown this before, you may have forgotten it, and it may confuse you, which is totally fine. You can go back to this method if it confuses you at all. Okay? But we're going to do a method called partial products. Okay? And when we talk about partial products, I'll use the same problem here just so you can see how this works. Okay? I still have 36 times 7, so those are still my factors. But do you remember how we talked about like an associative property of like addition? We could say that 30 plus 6 is the same thing as 36, right? So we could break this apart into two separate pieces. That's kind of what I'm going to do here. Okay? I'm going to take 7 times the value that's in my ones place. Okay? So 7 times 6 is 42. And I'll just put it here in parentheses. I took that times my ones place because the 6 was in my ones place. Okay? Now what place value is this 3 in? So what is the value of that? 30. Okay? So now I can take 7 times the value of the digit in my tens place. What is 7 times 30? Okay? That's just the same as what, I don't know what I'm doing there. That's the same thing that we kind of were doing in Lesson 1 and 2 where we were using mental math. Okay? So 30 times 7, because I've already taken 6 times 7. Okay? 30 times 7, I take 7 times 3 and get 21, but I have to add that 0, right? So I get 210. I would put that down here, lining up my place values. 2 plus 0, 4 plus 1, 2 plus 0. I get the same product. Okay? This is called partial products because you're breaking one of your factors down into smaller numbers to multiply. Does it matter which way you do this? Absolutely not. Okay? This is just the reason, this partial products here that I was showing you, that's the reason this works. Okay? So, if you've not ever seen that, that would be how that works. Okay? So, let me show you another quick example. Oh, my board is gross. So if I had something that looked like 48 times 9. Okay? We're going to do this both ways. You can do it with me. That way you're checking my math in case I would make a mistake. So I take 9 times 8, which is, put my 7 down, my 2 down, and I carry my 7, right? Okay? Then I take 9 times 4, which is 36 plus 7, 43. And I get a product of 432. Who thinks they can walk me through partial products? Remember, I used the same numbers. 48 times 9. Can you walk me through partial products? Landon, what do you think, buddy? Okay, he's telling me there's an 8 in the ones place, so I'm going to take 9 times 8. And what is 9 times 8? 72. Okay, can you tell me where to go from there? Is it 9 times 4 or is it 9 times, what is it? Think about that for a second. If this was the ones, the 4 is in the tens place, so what is the value of it? 40, okay? Since 4 is in the tens place, the value of it is 40, okay? So I would take 9 times 40. Good job. Okay, we've kind of talked about this too in our earlier lessons. My whole number, my non-zero digits, I multiply them together. 9 times 4 is 36. Add my 0, 360. Then I line up my place values at the bottom, right? And what operation do I use? Addition. Okay, 2 plus 0 is? 7 plus 6 is? 13. Put my 3, carry my 1. 3 plus 1 is? Woo! It's like magic, right? But what if I have a number in the hundreds instead of the tens? Let's do one of those real quick, and then I think I'm just going to go ahead and give you a few problems to work on your own. Oops. It'll be okay. We can get it in a minute. Okay, so what if I have 536 times 4? 536 times 4. First of all, you all do this on your board. You can do this. I want you to just do regular multiplication. I don't want you to use partial products. 536 times 4. Let's quickly go through this. I saw everybody had the correct answer on the board, so I know you all know how to do it the regular way. 4 times 6 is?
24.
I put my 4 and I carry my 2. 4 times 3 is?
12.
Plus 2 is?
14.
Carry my 1. 4 times 5 is?
20.
Plus 1?
21.
What's going to happen if we don't know our multiplication facts?
We'll have some trouble.
Multiplication is going to be really hard, right? Okay? I'm here every morning, folks. Instead of going to the gym, grab some flashcards, sit down and work on them. Get on extra math, work on them. I can put you on another program. You have to know them. You have to know them for multiplication. You have to know them for division. You have to know them when we get into fractions and finding common denominators and all that stuff. So if we don't know them, that's going to be the part that keeps you from getting where you want to go. Okay? And I will help you get there, but you have to be willing to work with me. All right, let's do partial products real fast. So I have 536. Who thinks they can do this? All right. The lucky person is... Are you doodling, Taylor? Okay, please don't. Lene.
First you take,
See if you can do it on your board.
first you take 6 times 4, and that's 24, and that's 24. And then you take 30 times 4, and that's 100.
Okay. Then she noticed she had a 3 here. She knows the value of 3 in the tens place is 30, and she took 30 times 4 and got what?
120.
120. 20. Notice we're still lining up place values.
And then you take 500 times.
Can you tell me why you chose 500?
Because there's two numbers after the 5, and so that would be 500.
Or, let's use fancy terms, the 5 is in the hundreds place, so its value is 500.
500 times 4.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, 5 times 4 is 20, and then you add those two zeros. That'd be 2,000. And then you add it up. 4 plus 0 is 4. 2 plus 2 plus 0 is 4. Plus 1 plus 2 times plus 2. 2 plus 0 would be 2, so it'd be 2,144.
Notice our answers are the same. Silly me, I forgot my comma. How could I forget my comma?
We don't know.
I know. Okay, so how do we feel about this? Show me thumbs up, thumbs down. You don't need to talk. Feel okay? If you're not super confident, you can go halfway in the middle. I understand that too. All right. I do really want you guys to study your social studies tonight, so I'm just going to go with one lesson today, and I'm going to go ahead and let you work on your homework so that you don't have it tonight. Okay? So you're doing workbook page 17, and you're doing
Even all of them. There's 17.
Hey, you're doing the evens. Okay, I will give you now to work.